'Twas the morning after Christmas, 2012, and at the Western Border Station's immigration office, not much was stirring, not even a mouse. But there was trouble afoot, trouble that would land no less than 10 Immigration Department officers, not to mention 2 municipal-level officials, in all kinds of boiling water, all over 8 visa foils that went walkabout until Supervisor Mark Tench made the discovery.
The visas were kept in a folder, one of those manila, not manila folder, the folder that can just open like this.
Like this?
Yes, something like that, but the brown ones, and they were just in there with a treasury tag. So once the supervisor would have them on the desk, because like we're doing work in there, sometimes a lot of people, they have to come into the office. It's a small office. So you have people in there coming in to do different things. Maybe some to come buy permits, do visas. Sometimes officers would keep the visas on the desk, the supervisors, and then with the office stamps, and then at the end of their shift, or when it's not as busy, they would take it back into the cabinet and put it in there.
So it would have been easy for somebody who is minded to steal the visas to have access to them because they're not kept. They weren't kept.
Yes, it wasn't as like how we changed all of those procedures after, but at the time, nobody would have assumed that somebody from our department would do that.
But somebody did, and the trail led to former Deputy Mayor Eric Chang and Financial Controller Patrick Tillett, who bought the foils, allegedly, for $5,000 each, thousands of percentages in markup greater than their original cost of $100. But back in the West, a scheme was hatched that would, hopefully, leave none the wiser. The man who conceived it said he thought he had his boss's approval. The boss says he didn't.
After having hindsight now, you're right. We should have ensured that the report was received by the director. But it was not a failure on my behalf, because I did what I'm being paid to do. I did what I'm trained to do. I passed, reported to the superior officer at the border, which was Mr. Kano. I did my job. He didn't do his.
Sir, I gave no approval to Vernon Leslie. I gave nothing in writing to him. I was on vacation leave. And that is his statement or his whatever declaration, but I gave none to Vernon Leslie. I was out of the office.
And then Director Ruth Main says she would not have approved of the plan anyway.
If 8 visa stickers went missing, this is on page 14, went missing on 26 December 2012, why was it not until 29 December 2012 that Kano gave approval for the 8 visa numbers to be issued to applicants? So the numbers were issued because they could ascertain what numbers were missing, but the foils were not issued along with the visa. Right? That is the understanding that I have. So, was Mr. Kano authorized to issue government of Belize receipts for visas with those visa numbers without the attendant visa foils?
I don't believe so.
Back to Chang and Tillett, who visited George Reynolds seeking a fix.
He asked me if I could fix this for him because he think the officer did not do it properly. And he assumed that it was issued at my office, which in return I told him, yes, these are a legitimate file because I saw the security features and things on it. And I told him these were not issued here, so you need to take it back to the office where you got it issued. Being that I don't expect that he was stealing anything, we did that for more than one. People came with different issues and we asked him to go back to the office where it was issued to get it completed. And that was it. It was just 2 minutes the most because I was coming out of my office when he met me and we was right in there. I just spoke to him briefly and he left.
Ultimately, it was Mark Tench who was blamed and charged for the value of the visas. But was any lesson learned? Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.